She's constantly reminding us that we need to spend that time with our family. We need to make sure as business owners, because we do get sucked into what I call the business vortex. And sometimes you have to stop, pull yourself out of it, and remember you have a life.
We are a full-service grounds maintenance, lawn care, and landscaping company. We handle everything from the mowing down to treatments, also design and build for your hardscapes as well as softscape needs.
We were operating, and when I say we were operating, we were taking care of the day-to-day problems and issues. And what Heather's done for us is she actually brought things into, I don't want to call it organized chaos, but she actually made us look better.
We're setting up systems we've never had before. We're setting up ways so the business is going to always function. Just listening to Heather, once you actually get an opportunity to speak with her one-on-one, she really understands the concepts and struggles of every business in the world, everything from a small business up to a large Fortune 500 company. She understands they all function on the same type of problems, but they're just a little bit bigger for the larger businesses and smaller for the small ones.
At first, I know, we looked at the dollar amount that we potentially were going to be obligated to meeting. We started out meeting twice a month, and at the same time we were looking at how we were operating, and we decided, how can we afford not to pay for these services? And they more than substantially paid for themselves tenfold.
I had been in business, when I first started working with her, it was close to 18 years. And I felt that I wasn't as far along in my business goals as what I wanted to be after being in business for that length of time. What we specialize in is being an outsourced IT department for businesses that typically range in size between 20 and 100 users. Before I met Heather, I was very ingrained in the day-to-day operation of the organization, and I had very heavy goals, or hefty goals, but couldn't seem to ever find the time to pursue those. What we did is we sat down and we took a look, okay, personally, what I wanted to accomplish, what I wanted to accomplish with the business, and what was preventing me from achieving those goals. And so one of the first things that we tackled, if you will, was developing a plan where I can migrate out of the day-to-day responsibilities and truly operate at a level where I'm more strategical versus tactical. I was working about 80 hours a week. We got that down to about 45 hours a week. As a business owner, I think that we sometimes are our worst enemies, and that's the mindset that we have. And the biggest obstacle that she's helped me with is with that mindset, to help me see what truly is possible. I just don't see a time where I would not have her part of our business life.
I kept saying to Heather in our first meeting, I just want to be a legitimate agency. And she, kept asking, what does that mean? What's legitimate to you? Is that, a revenue size, a number of people that work for you? But really, I think my ultimate goal was to set processes up to build a business. We're a traditional marketing agency. We offer full service marketing services, but really specialize in marketing strategy, public relations, and social media. When I met Heather, I was looking for a couple of things. I was looking for professional development, and I was looking for MBA style coaching because I'm a publicist. I didn't go to business school, and I needed someone to come in and show me what I don't know. And I loved her corporate career background, and significant corporate career. Make no joke about it. It's a lot of work. But when you get in and you start to develop your 3-year plan, break that down into a 1-year plan, break that down into quarterly plans, it's almost a crawl, walk, run approach to fast growth. It's really nice to have someone to talk through big strategy issues with. That's going to be, a calm presence in those times, because the reality is fires do come up, and owning your business is a high pressure and sometimes high stress. high-stress job. And so Heather is there as a sounding board and to give you strategies to navigate those choppy waters. The greatest value that I've received from working with Heather is the growth that the business has experienced. We are at a whole new level than we were 2 years ago. And I do attribute much of that success to working with Heather.
Heather was able to come in again almost immediately and start getting us out of our own heads so that we could realistically gauge the areas that we really shouldn't be involved in, leave that up to our staff. Before hiring Heather, we were kind of stagnated in that we had reached a certain level, and it didn't matter what we tried, it seemed like we couldn't get to the next level.
We didn't know exactly how to let go of those areas or to develop our team to step up and take responsibility for those different areas. And so Heather's been able to teach us how to do that. We've been with Heather for about 3 years, and we have doubled the size of our company in that time. We have also doubled the total number of staff members. We may not have been able to manage that growth. Well, let me scratch that. We would not have been able to manage that growth as well as we have if we hadn't had Heather's input along the way.
The money we've paid to Heather, we've received back multiple times over that. So if anyone is struggling with, is the cost worth the return, I can tell you with absolutely no uncertainty, it will be one of the best investments you ever make, as long as you just follow Heather's plan.
And at this point, we can think about how the business should be serving us, whereas before we used to focus on how we should be serving the business.